Hi folks, welcome back to Blackbeard's Detailing YouTube channel. On this vlog it's a bit different. As you can see, I'm currently in a hotel room in Northampton because I've just been to Gtechniq. Went down there to go on their accreditation course. The reason being is I want to get access to their crystal Serum Ultra coating, which is a 9-year guaranteed coating, and of course you need to go down and do an accreditation. So left the house at 2 AM this morning, and it's now gone 7:30 at night. Spent the full day in at Gtechniq. Gtechniq Works with Dominic and the team, and yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. Been detailing for over 20 years and I learned an absolute huge amount of information, hands-on with all the products that they've got to offer, all their coatings, and yeah, it was just incredible. The absolutely fantastic thing is they spent a huge amount of time going into the company background, how they started and how they've progressed through the years. And one absolutely amazing thing is they basically opened the doors and gave me access to the lab, and I was able to talk to a couple of the technicians there who actually spent quite a bit of time listening to me from detailing sides of things that I would like to see, things that I would recommend. And yeah, it was absolutely incredible going into all the testing they do. They've got everything all in house. They've got salt machines, so they can essentially apply a coating to a substrate, stick it in this machine, leave it in there for a couple of months, and it essentially simulates 10 years of wear and tear out and about in the conventional atmosphere to test for oxidation and how the coatings are actually withstanding the elements. They've got UV simulators, so they can set certain wavelengths, the UV light. So they'll coat a substrate, put it in this, and they can mimic from bodywork being battered by blazing sun, which we don't get all that often in Scotland, all the way through to interior fabrics, interior plastics. They can change the spectrum of UV light coming through because your car windows have got a certain amount of UV blocking properties inside them. The testing is absolutely incredible. They spent quite a bit of time explaining the whole process and how everything's created from start to finish. They spoke to me quite a bit with one of the new coatings that's coming out, which is EXO, which is generally their top coat, their topper, and they've gone through about 80 variations to get the absolute best coating that they can possibly get, which I actually got my hands on, the V5, and done a bit of training on it. I've used EXO V4 before, and this one is a night and day, a huge leap forward in ease of application and the full slickness kind of feeling that's there. So it was massively appreciated the amount of time that they actually spent. Great bunch of guys as well. At lunch there was 5 of us sat down and had a right good blether, a good laugh, a good chat, and yeah, they're all really interested in what they do. They're all car guys as well. I went down the route of being accredited with Gtechniq. I've been using their products for quite some time now, and having used a whole host of other coatings. I won't mention any kind of manufacturers or anything, but I'm accredited by another couple, but hands down the Gtechniq stuff was just so much better in every single perceivable way, from the application and the performance of it. So it was just a natural progression to speak to Richard, who's the rep for Scotland, have a blether with him, and then just go down the accreditation route. So yeah, it's a real shame missing Josh as well, because I think there's a pool table downstairs, so we could have played some pool and had a couple of beers and had a laugh. But yeah, it's just me on my lonesome. That's why the vlogs basically started off here, because if we were heading down in the car we could have filmed some footage in there, but it's not practical when you're tired and driving down a motorway trying to talk to a camera and do vloggy stuff. So massively beneficial. I went in with a complete open mind of letting their staff and the guys at Gtechniq Works who work with the stuff, work with the lab technicians to get the best possible outcome for the products. And yeah, had a right good blather with them. Again, a right good couple of guys, and yeah, we just went through everything. The main benefit to the Crystal Serum Ultra is it's just so durable, so glossy, long lasting, and mega protective, which at the end of the day is what the coatings are there for. They're a sacrificial layer to the car, and all the other benefits you get from it are just a bonus. The ease of cleaning, the gloss retention, and just that jaw-dropping kind of clarity you get from them is just hands down the best coatings which I could pick for you guys and girls, my customers. So yeah, it's been a long day. I'm absolutely shattered. It's now gone 20 to 9. I've had my dinner, I've had a wee pint, so I am starting to feel a bit drowsy. So I'm going to get an early night, and tomorrow I'm going to head to UBV and have a wee blather with Liam, who's another detailer. I'm very seldom down south, so I need to take this opportunity. It's just a wee quick detour to go over, and I can have a wee blather and a chat with Liam. Spoke to him for years over the internet, but I've never actually met him excuse me, in person, so it'll be quite good to go down and get a wee chat with him and yeah, see what it's all about down there. But yeah, I'll continue on with the vlogs tomorrow. Thank you. Well, it's the following morning, and I've just filled up my breakfast, coffee, and I'm about to hit the road. Need to go fuel up. Rather surprisingly, this big thing, even though it's a 5 litre V8, just trundled down the motorway, set at 70 miles an hour cruise control, and it done 36 to the gallon. So I was pleasantly surprised with that. I thought it would get kind of mid-20s or so. So yeah, I made it all the way down, and I've still got a quarter tank left, but I'll go fuel up before I head off. As I said last night, I'm on my way to go see Liam at UVV, and yeah, quite looking forward to it. Spoke to him for quite some time, and it's always weird talking to somebody online, and then you see the posts and that, and you think that you know them, and you haven't actually met them. So yeah, quite looking forward to going to see Liam and having a wee catch up and a wee coffee. So entire way down yesterday, I basically just sat and listened to podcasts. Those who know me well know I'm a huge sci-fi fan. I like all these conspiracy theories, history, things like that. So yeah, I basically sat and listened to a podcast called Y-Files, which is absolutely unbelievable. And nice big long straight on the road. And yeah, there goes a litre of fuel. But this podcast is absolutely phenomenal. So if you like things like that, if you like conspiracy theories, strange stories, it's put together so well. The chap that does it is really good. He's really into it. It's relatively new. It's not a kind of well-known thing, but yeah, it's absolutely incredible. And now just a couple of miles away from the petrol station, I done a kind of stop off just so my fuel would be kind of right down. And another nice big go. There's a big national speed limit bit here. Yeah, there goes a litre of fuel again. But the podcast again, if you're into them, just check them out. It's absolutely fantastic. Really entertaining, really informative, put together really well, and the guy's very objective and does try to debunk things which are blatantly kind of nonsense.